A twink,
And a redhead,
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 a twink.
and a redhead.
Whoa, 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 we're just having fun. Whoa, 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 trying to get some. Whoa, 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 I like what I see. Whoa, 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 so come on, come bounce with me.
1, 2, 3.
Bounce, 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 bounce like a bunny. 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 Now you got to learn and maybe I'll let you see. It's my bunny, bunny hole. Maybe I'll let you peek. Bunny, 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 it's you that I want. So come on over, baby. Come bounce in my hole. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Bounce, 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 bounce in my bed.
Bounce, 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 bounce
On
like
my
a bunny.
head.
Bounce, 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 bounce
Till
like a
I'm
bunny.
dead.
Bounce, 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 bounce,
Bounce like a bunny. Thank you.
Hi. That was just a little bounce like a bunny for you.
That was one of our first original singles that we actually wrote in the Galapagos.
Yeah,
Call
we-
back to that episode.
We wrote it when we were like 16 years old, and it's stuck with us ever since.
And it's just, the lyrics are beautiful.
The motifs of
Bouncing,
bouncing
bunnies.
holes.
Do bunnies live in holes? Do they live in a bunny hole?
It's a fantastic query. It is. And I believe they do live underground.
Burrows.
Yes, because I used to have these like books, picture books of animals, and the bunnies' homes always look
Underground. Oh, exquisite.
exquisite. The interior decorating.
tunnels?
Yes, the tunnels. The infrastructure they have.
You're
was
talking about like the
remarkable.
cut in half, like
Yes.
you look in. I know what you're talking about.
I always fantasized about living in a bunny burrow.
So I guess they are underground holes, according to those cartoon pictures.
Yeah, but it's not like they're pretty well hidden. Because when was the last time you stumbled upon a bunny hole?
My dog ate a baby bunny out of a hole, like a nest, or maybe it's a nest, but
My,
it's in the ground.
My 14th-year-old birthday,
Was it a poodle?
Mia.
It was Snickers, the Labradoodle.
Yeah, poodles love babies.
Just period.
No, it was a massacre of baby bunnies.
Yeah, that's what happened with Snickers.
Oh my god, it was horrific.
We literally had to pull one out of his mouth, and then we thought for some reason we could save it. Like we brought it inside. It lived with me for like a day, and then my mom brought it to an animal shelter the next morning. It fully died, but my mom didn't tell me
Yeah.
that till like a year ago. I
Well,
thought we saved him.
You want to know something
Scamper.
crazy? One snow day in elementary school, me and my best friend Jenny and then our other friend, we were walking in the woods in the snow, and we were kind of playing in the creek on the ice, and
Ooh.
we see a turtle upside down, kind of just dangling there.
This sounds like like an
And-
origin story kind of scene.
Yeah, and
from a
I said,
movie.
huh, I feel like this turtle is probably chilly in the snow like this. So Jenny says, okay, she picked it up with her, took her glove off, picked the turtle up, brought it home, and it was our pet for like a year. And then when summer came, okay, a year, 2 months. And when summer came, we released him.
What? That's animal cruelty, what you did to him.
Really?
Yep.
I feel like we kind of saved him because he was dying.
I feel like you dishomed
Displaced
him.
him.
Displaced him.
Maybe.
Seriously?
But as 10-year-olds, I thought I was a hero.
No, yeah, you always be doing that shit when you're young. Like just bringing in
Just
animals
bringing random
that you
animals
think
home, huh?
that you really think you could save or like do something about. And moral of the story is most of them end up just dying. So,
Yeah, but if at first you don't succeed, try again.
y'all, today I'm sipping on an Owl's Brew tea cocktail. They sent it to us. Shout out to Owl's Brew, I guess.
I'm sipping on raspberry rose poppy.
How's it tasting?
It's pretty good. Anyway,
For a long time, I thought it was raspberry rose.
so
and
did
it's
I. I was like,
not.
ooh.
It's rose.
Alcohol. What's new? How are you?
I got a haircut today,
Looks good.
and my barber said there are no signs of balding. So everyone out there was one live stream a few months ago that really put me in a spiral. I was on TikTok, and everyone in the comments started saying I was balding. And I was like, are you serious? Because yes, of course, that thought is already lingering in my head. But are you serious? Do you know what I mean?
Seriously?
And I started really paying attention to it. And like, I, for a while, thought I was balding. And they bullied me into like buying Rogaine. And then I learned that there are side effects to Rogaine. So I like haven't used it. But I don't think I'm balding. And my barber confirmed it today,
You know what's
which was
interesting?
nice.
I feel like society puts so much pressure on women for like so many things about like changing appearance, like gaining weight, wrinkles, gray hair, all of these saggy boobs, all these things. Men, it's really just balding is like the worst thing in the world for a man.
It is.
It's like if you want to hurt a man, tell him, "Hey, what's going on with
oh
the
my
hairline?"
God, that would actually
That would like
put me in a spiral.
send a man into a spiral.
But also, I do think there is karma associated with baldness.
You think that? Yeah,
Uh,
at my last job, the meanest CEO I've ever seen in my whole life, he was bald.
I'm so sorry,
karma.
but if you're, I just thought of a loop around to this. This does not apply to you if you have alopecia.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely does not apply to you
Absolutely
guys.
does not
Y'all
apply.
are serving in your
Yes.
baldness, in your confidence, in your slayness. Like, does not apply to y'all.
This
We're talking about evil men.
evil men.
Evil men.
Dr. Evil
is
bald.
bald. Like, there's a reason for that.
You're so right. Lex Luthor is bald.
bald. Like, there's some
Thanos?
sort of bald, but
Voldemort? Are we on to something?
maybe it's society teaching us that being bald is wrong,
It's
and
villainous.
it's
Oh, yeah,
it's
maybe
not
we-
always.
No, it's not always. Okay, so now we've come around kind of full circle on baldness.
in like in 2 minutes. Okay, so never mind, you guys.
Never mind. I actually think being bald
It's
means you're
beautiful.
a good person.
Just it's the media that has painted bald
Yes,
people in
and
a bad light.
It's the media that originally shaped this topic on our podcast, and then in 5 seconds we debunked it.
Wow. And just like that, that's how everyone should view the world.
Yeah, look for like plot holes and then fill them in with positivity.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, snakes in the grass everywhere these days. Do you know what that means?
Like garter snake?
You don't know the saying?
I'm not familiar.
Snakes. Look out. There's snakes in the grass.
People betraying you.
Yep.
It's
Or
Vengeful August.
Okay, well, don't do it to me.
Yeah.
If we created
pioneer,
it,
you
you
shouldn't-
don't do it to us.
You shouldn't be a victim.
For real, like actually snakes in the grass. So just be on the lookout because other people are celebrating Vengeful August as well, and you might be a target. Just saying.
I haven't been a victim yet. Do you think
Okay,
it's going to happen to
well,
me?
Yep, I do. And I'm thinking of something.
What are you
Anyway.
thinking of?
I can't say, but you know what I know. And snakes in the grass. Just think about it a little bit, but don't say it. Am I right, you guys? Hey yo.
Is it about something we've been talking about tonight?
Yeah.
Heyo.
Yep. How are you? What are you up to? The way
I have an unhealthy obsession with red, white, and royal blue. If it doesn't win the Academy Award for Best Picture, it's because we've lost touch with reality.
Well, that movie lost touch with reality as well.
Exactly. What's wrong with having your head in the clouds in a
Wait.
gay romance?
It was actually so immersive.
It was so immersive.
I
I
felt
felt
like
like
I
I
was
was there. I felt like I was the prince's comrade. I wanted to be his friend so bad. I've never
Yeah.
been so attracted to a gay character before. Where I
What
was
about
like,
me?
You're real.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway, I'm so in love. And that's really all I wanted to say about red, white, and royal blue.
And I respect. Is he gay in real life? That one, the bi one, the American.
The American one.
But the bottom is straight. Okay.
Yeah, Nick Galliv, whatever.
Oh, I'm sure you
no,
are.
No, get this. He's a descendant
Of what?
of the last Russian royal family that was killed in the revolution in the early 1900s. You know, like Anastasia, the missing Russian princess.
Allegedly.
Yeah, she was shot and killed in that basement with the rest of the family. But there's no proof that she's.
I don't know anything about this.
But he is a descendant of
them, but they're all killed. So
you
how does
know
that
what?
work? So how does
you know what? I read this
Maybe.
quickly on Wikipedia. I think it was just a noble family, actually, that was also killed during that purging of the Russian aristocracy. So not the royal family, but an aristocratic. That word is so hard to say. Family. So
Okay.
I did get that fact a little wrong, but I corrected myself almost immediately. So please, Russians, don't
Well,
come for me.
the girls on 1,000-Pound Sister in an episode said that they are also related to Queen Elizabeth. So anything.
Okay, and they might be.
And I believe it. I'm just saying.
Anyone can be related to anyone.
To anyone. My family thinks my mom thinks we're related to Ricky Martin.
And you might be.
Yep. And I kind of look like him.
Anyway.
It's the
of the episode.
Today's word is
Sports.
Hey.
Hey.
Get down. Get on the
Hike.
sit on the fucking bench.
Hike.
How you played out there was fucking horrible. You fucking bitch. Sit your ass down and quit acting like a little girl out there. You know?
Yeah. I was trying to think of any other sports reference
Huh.
I can make.
Huh.
Hike.
Go long.
Go long. Who says go long? Is that football?
I don't know. Football. Anything you throw something, I would say go long. Catch the ball, babe. Ruth, babe.
Home run.
Who's your favorite famous athlete?
Ooh, probably.
Babe Ruth.
No, not Babe. Who's yours?
Probably Nicki Minaj.
What?
She's an athlete.
Oh.
Singers are athletes.
You know who mine is?
Megan Thee Stallion.
The two. Actually, Ryan Gosling and Remember the Titans. That's my favorite famous athlete.
Ooh.
I love his character.
Michael Orr.
Oh,
Did you
he's
see
in
the
the news right now. I did.
drama?
I've been catching up on the news.
Ooh.
You know who else I love?
Who? Who's the?
Simone Biles.
Yeah. You talking
Fucking
about?
love Simone Biles.
I'm more of a Jordan Childs. She's up and coming.
Oh,
You'll see her hopefully at the Olympics.
We'll see her in Paris.
Yeah, and
Bonjour.
that girl puts on a show for Floor.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were both really talented athletes.
I was one of the best jocks our town had ever seen, and then
she was the first female football player in
Yeah,
our town
and
and
then-
quarterback.
Yep, I was the first female quarterback in our town, and if it wasn't for
Are you
snapping
okay?
my Achilles in the championship game.
You had a full ride.
I was-
to
yeah,
Florida
I had
State.
a full ride to Florida State University to be a D1 quarterback,
female.
female quarterback in the
You were signed pretty.
SEC?
No,
What is
the
the word?
ACC.
Oh, in the ACC.
And you were signed in freshman year of high school.
Freshman year of high school, and then I snapped my Achilles, and the rest is history. I became an English major.
Just kidding, you
Just kidding.
guys.
I'm not athletic. I don't work out. I don't want to work out. And that's my truth.
Okay, well, I was thinking about this when we were thinking about the topic. I'm so talented. Yeah. I literally am so talented. So anyways, can you acknowledge it? Silence is making me uncomfortable.
You're talented.
Thank you. I was an athlete, you guys. I did gymnastics.
If you count that as
Oh!
Just kidding. It is a sport.
My main sports were gymnastics and cheerleading.
Gymnastics is harder than fucking lacrosse.
Gymnastics is one of the hardest sports in the world, like literally. And if you
Yeah.
want to start that, cheerleading's not a fucking sport. Shut the fuck up. Close this fucking podcast and never come back. I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding. Like,
Close
open a
this
book.
podcast, get on Truth Social, and say it fucking there.
Literally
It'll
say
be
it.
accepted there.
Yeah, you'll find your people there. But early on, my parents put me in like traditional sports. I was put in gymnastics when I was 3 years old because my mom said I kept bouncing on the couch and just jumping
Bouncing
around.
off the
walls.
walls.
If you know, you know.
Where my Spider-Man Into the Dark band's at.
Yo. But yeah, she put me in gymnastics because I kept cracking my damn head open.
Ayo.
Like, I cracked my head open when I was 3 because I was jumping on the couch and I jumped off and I hit my head on the fireplace. My mom said, you need to do something about this damn energy. And so I did gymnastics, like, all throughout, up until high school. But throughout it, I had some moments where I was like, oh, shit. People are saying only girls do gymnastics. So what am I doing here?
It's a hard misconception to overcome, I feel like.
It was so hard. And
Can I ask something?
yeah,
The rings. That shit looks hard.
so hard.
How does one choreograph a ring routine?
Routine.
And how does one even add some pizzazz to the rings?
You really don't. So rings, it gets harder obviously as you progress in levels, but there is some swinging elements involved. So like dislocates and inlocates, and that basically is called that way because it depends on the direction you're kind of spinning. And if you're dislocating your shoulders or inlocating your shoulders, you literally have to like
Ouch.
turn the rings to like do those. But then rings is very big on like body positions,
What
like
if you
holding.
fall?
I've fallen off rings at a
And it
competition.
hurts. Oh,
I
and you're
peeled off rings.
humiliated.
I was humiliated, and it was on such a. I think it was an inlocate. Not that anyone knows what I'm talking about, but it was humiliating, landing on my butt, and it was loud.
Real quick, can I tell you about my gymnastics ending
Yeah.
injury? So I
Gymnastics
was
ending.
a
Girl, were you
gymnast?
6?
I don't
Wait,
know what that
did you
means.
do at the gymnastics place I went to early on?
No. Oh, yes.
I feel like I have memories of
Really?
you there
Yeah.
on like Beam.
Yeah. Funny you bring up Beam. Because I was...
Oh.
Well, they told me, I think that, like, I was, like, getting kind of tall, you know?
Yep, and that's
when
not good in
You
gymnastics.
can't get tall. So
that
I
was me
basically
too.
kind of had a feeling like, oh, I don't think this is going to be
Yeah, but
for
how old are
me.
you at this point?
I don't know. Maybe like
Why do I feel like you did it for a
6th grade.
while?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Like
I
13.
could like do a flip at one point in my life. like I could like spin up there.
On what? What are you saying up there?
Like I
On
could
the
like
bars?
twist in it. No, like the floor and the bars.
You could not do a full.
Yes. Oh, not a full, but I could get a little twisted, like a half.
Halves are harder than fulls.
Oh well,
I think.
I was not bad, but then you ever see the movie Stick It?
Yeah.
Grant, there is a scene in Stick It where one of the gymnasts splits the beam and
Yeah.
falls off, like literally right on her vagina.
Yeah. And
And I could
that's why
not.
boys don't do beam.
I could not shake that image from my head, Grant. I said,
Wait, so you didn't get injured? Your career-ending
no,
injury was
One time they were having me do like this beam routine, and I was learning a jump, like where you like
a little leap.
jump on the beam.
Yeah. Switch.
And I fell off to the side, but it was so close in my head to the
stick
injury in
it.
the movie. I was like, I'm retiring. I will not break my pussy like that. I was terrified.
Okay, but literally, you don't have anything there. What would have
You have
happened?
bone. You could break your
So
vagina.
you bruise your bone. That's it. Boys, you'd be infertile.
I don't give a fuck about boys. Boys aren't doing the beam. I don't want to
That's
break.
why.
I don't want to break my vagina. It's something I would very much like to not break, actually.
Okay.
So I just wanted to share that.
I'm wondering if I had a very bad injury in gymnastics. So I did like competitive gymnastics. It got to a point where I started to actually focus because I was doing like little league baseball, and I was so bad when it was like coach's pitch, which is when you start actually pitching, and then if you like do bad, the coach steps in and actually pitches.
That's so embarrassing.
It kind of is thinking back
Wait,
now.
I feel like they shouldn't have that rule in place. You should probably just walk back to the bench.
What?
You should just strike out.
The pitcher should strike out?
Wait.
You thought it was the batter?
Yeah.
If they
Oh, it's because the pitcher was doing so bad.
Yes, the pitch, the
That's
one
so-
throwing the ball.
And that was you?
Well, because it was like little league, everyone had a turn, and it was my turn. I threw it over the backstop. You know how big and tall those are? I threw the ball.
But it's not even like you're doing like a softball pitch where it's like under you. So
No,
it
I'm
can go
throwing
up.
it like
You were
that, and it went over the backstop, and I never did it again.
You were
Like
humiliated.
it was so humiliating, and of course, every time I like pitched, the coach would have to step in.
That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, so I was so bad at that. Basketball, I was really good at defense. Like I just like really would like get maybe. Never mind.
I know what you're gonna say. I think we both know.
Yeah.
And then you discovered gymnastics.
Well, again, it was throughout this. I was still
was
doing like gymnastics classes and stuff.
simultaneous?
Yeah, but there were periods of time where I'd like want to quit so bad because I was getting bullied, and then I
Aw.
just stopped telling people I did gymnastics.
Secret, your little secret sport.
Yeah, except when it was like a field day or something, I would like whip out like a round off back.
Grant is, oh my God, Grant was that boy that would be like, no one's talking to me right now. Let me just do round off back handspring full. Like it literally, and we'd all be like, yeah.
Yeah, like out of
Like,
nowhere it would just come
okay.
out.
And you were doing, let's be honest. Let's be really honest right now. You were doing that from like 5th grade to 12th grade.
Yeah,
You still do
in
that.
college. I still
did-
do that.
Grant did it the other night when we were walking from a bar.
I did it at Domino Park
Yeah.
a few weeks earlier.
You literally did it 2 nights ago on the sidewalk.
Yep. What? You guys never flip while drunk because people die. You never do gymnastics
Also,
if you're drunk. Never.
What an unfortunate way to die.
Literally, or get paralyzed.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, a fun party trick. What
what happened
do
to
that.
Grant? Oh, he had 4 margaritas
And did a round off
did a
backhand
round
spring
off
tuck
into traffic, into oncoming traffic.
Yeah. Don't I was almost gonna do a round off back handspring, and you didn't stop me. And I had a couple drinks.
Well, so did I. I had more than you. I threw up.
Okay, so that means you're gonna let me do that. It's
You know
just
what, Grant?
Seriously.
I wanted to see you flip.
See, people love it. People eat
love
it up.
I'm like, oh, my friend's gonna flip.
It's a show. What the fuck was I talking about though? Oh, so I
no.
started focusing and then competing, and I literally won. I was a level 8. It's out of 10. Level 8 state New Jersey all around championship in my like division. I won,
Wow.
and I didn't tell anyone. And oh, this is so cute looking back. My dad got it printed in like the local newspaper. And I was so mad at him. I want to cry thinking about because I
Why?
felt embarrassed. I need to heal my
Oh,
inner child.
you should. That's
And
why I wanted
also
you to get drunk and do flips. You're healing your inner child. And I'm gonna put it in the newspaper.
you're trying to kill my inner child.
Wait, that's so
I know, and it's so
sad.
cute. I should thank my dad like
Yeah,
this
you
weekend when I see
should.
him.
You should.
That was actually so nice. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I was like,
Are
"What
you-
the fuck, Dad? You put it in the newspaper? Seriously?
Aw, but kids are so mean. Like they shouldn't. You shouldn't bully someone for
For being
following their passion.
yeah, and gymnastics is like such a hard sport. Like,
No
why?
one's
What is
getting. Yeah.
what is so
Oh,
embarrassing?
you fucking loser. You play lacrosse. Like no one's doing that. And lacrosse is for fucking. Why am I so anti-lacrosse this episode? Lacrosse is for
yeah,
fucking
who?
losers.
When have you ever met a kind, gentle-hearted lacrosse man?
Some of the
male?
worst men I've ever met.
Yeah, they are some of the worst
worst
men.
damn men I've ever met.
Like, literally. So sorry. Also, it's pretty fucking gay.
They
You play
love
lacrosse.
2 things. No, they love 3 things. Lacrosse,
Sticks and balls.
lacrosse, manipulating women, and drugs. Those are the 3 things a lacrosse player likes.
Also, it's not even like common for like, it's not common or cool elsewhere to play lacrosse other than I feel like
America.
the Northeast.
Oh, it is big in
like,
the Northeast.
yeah, for men. Like, I'm sorry, go other places in the country and only girls play it. It's a girl sport. So let me make fun of you for playing a girl sport. I'm sorry, but there were some bullies that I think we both know who played lacrosse. Were there?
We'll bleep their names. Who?
Then he evolved.
Oh, he did not evolve in
Wait,
the way
he flushed
you think he evolved.
And he flushed a hamster down a toilet.
Yeah.
So no, he didn't actually.
You're like, he's a really good person. Oh yeah, he just flushed a hamster
yeah,
down the
wait,
toilet.
let me take that back.
Wait, who else?
I don't know.
I
He
don't
was
think he played
kind.
lacrosse. He played lacrosse and he was kind.
And he was so hot.
Yeah,
he
I
was
hooked-
so hot.
Yeah, this one lacrosse player, we're gonna bleep his name, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hooked
Oh.
up with him on my 18th birthday in the snow, and it was crazy.
Was
No.
a lacrosse player? What?
No.
Okay, maybe I thought all these people were lacrosse players. No, I forget one's name, but he's older than us. A bully. I don't think so.
We're just naming so
I
many
know.
people.
Okay,
This all
whatever,
bleeps, all
whatever,
bleeps.
whatever. Yeah, lacrosse. I'm sorry.
What do you think the hottest sport is? Like the hottest people do that sport.
Honestly, slept on, but like track.
Really?
Oh no! Let me take that back, hard back. Swimming.
The swimmer body,
Swimming.
they have the bodies of a Dorito chip.
I'm sorry. In high school, some of my sexual awakening was from the swimmers in our school.
The swimmers, they have like they broad shoulders and then like a.
They're just so chiseled.
Grant, their body is a Dorito.
Yeah, it's a V.
It's literally, it's like the most insane thing I've ever seen. I would literally wanted to like pop on a pair of goggles and dive in.
I was so jealous when I found out that my secret lover in high school had hooked up
With a
secretly
swim
with
yeah.
one of the hottest swimmers I
Wait,
saw.
swim player? What is it?
A
A swimmer!
Yeah, literally, we're like with a swim player. What?
I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. Swim
Just
player.
a swimmer. A swimmer.
A swimmer, sorry.
Yeah, that was shookening. I was so jealous in that
Really?
moment. Yeah, to the point where I messaged the swimmer on Snapchat.
And he didn't answer.
Yeah,
He was like,
no.
don't know what you're talking about. Never
Yeah,
happened.
he was like, that like didn't happen. Anyway, so then I started doing cheerleading. If I thought gymnastics was gay,
Tick, 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 tick.
No,
boom,
not that kind.
dynamite. All right, there's nothing wrong with that kind.
okay, well, actually, I had a stint pole vaulting.
I forgot about pole vaulting.
Before cheer, after I quit gymnastics, because I only really like tumbling in gymnastics anymore. I was not having the whole
The rings, the
I-
fucking, the damn pommel horse.
You know what fucking event was the worst?
Vault.
Vault was no, I wasn't
Pommel
mad when I
horse.
was high bar.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. It's not.
Ouch, the fucking calluses.
I got so many rips, and I have calluses to this day that I think are like literally period from gymnastics. What does that
STEM,
mean?
Originated,
STEM, yeah,
originated from gymnastics.
that are
Damn, that must make jerking it pretty hard.
the bar.
Your calluses.
Wait, what did you just say? That must hurt jerking
That
it.
makes make jerking it pretty hard. Is that too crazy?
No, but not. Never mind. Not with some
Friction.
lube.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Some
Just kidding. I
some
don't do that.
Jergens moisturizer.
I've never touched that part of my body.
Okay, as you shouldn't. Anyway,
Um,
cheer.
So cheer, I had a group of friends. Before moving on, shout out Zavanko.
Yeah.
Shout out Zavanko.
Your
Zavanko was my
cheer.
Croatian
Gymnastics.
gymnastics coach. One thing about Ashley is she started like creating characters for each of like my coaches. Like she's never met any of these people.
No, but like the second he said Zvanko, I was like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, like I would come to school and she'd be like, "Oh, I was like up so late with someone last night." And I'd be like, "What do you mean?" She'd be like, "Yeah, I don't know if I should tell you." I'll be like, "Who?" And she'd just be like, "His name's Zavanko."
Yeah, I had this like weird bit where I would always be busy with random people from Grant's life, like
My grandpa.
distant family members, coaches, random people you haven't thought about in 15 years. I'd be like, oh yeah, I was like swamped last night. I was just hanging with blank blank.
Zavanko.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Guess you had to be there.
Zavanko was the best coach I've ever had in my life. He was iconic.
Aw.
But All-Star Cheer started because of the Borough Sluts. That's what we called ourselves. It was a group of girls in my hometown. And they convinced me to do cheer. I think I secretly always wanted to be a cheerleader.
George Bush was a cheerleader,
George Bush is gay.
and you once tell me when you want to grow up you wanted to be just like George Bush?
I don't
think you told me
remember that. I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
you said his policies in the Middle East were really inspiring.
I don't think I ever said that. It
Okay.
must have been.
Anyway,
Someone
keep
else.
going.
But All-Star Cheer, for those of you who don't know, is a 2.5-minute routine with just tumbling stunts and choreo, and you don't actually cheer for people. You compete against other teams. And I went to a shitty first gym. I had a shitty experience.
You have to start somewhere, right?
You do have to start somewhere, but it was a good intro. The great people, great teammates, all that. However, I just like my skill level going into it because of gymnastics was already so much higher. I hate to say this than everyone else at that select gym. The highest level in cheerleading too was level 5, and they only had level 5 restricted, which meant you couldn't do certain skills. Like you couldn't do a double full, but you could do a full. I had a double full, you know? And so once I like got the hang of cheer, I went to another gym and I was on World Cup Odyssey. I went to World Cup All-Stars. Shout out them. And I was on a really, really good team. I was kind of shook by it. I was also shook at the community of cheer. It was such an
Cult.
it was a community, and like coming from gymnastics, which was very much like individual, cheerleading, you go on the floor, you could do every part of your specific routine or your section, like you do all your parts fine, and then you get off the mat and you find out this bitch on the other side of the floor touched down or fell, and now you lost the whole competition. I was shook by that.
Well, I feel like I wouldn't like that aspect of it. It's like working on like a group project in school. It's like, damn, just because this one person is flopping.
Yeah, that's what makes it's so hard. Like you literally have to work for a team, and you literally are lifting each other up.
Wow.
And we were really good my first year, and everyone was saying we were gonna win Worlds, which is like the Olympics of cheer.
In Orlando, Florida?
Yep. ESPN. We bombed.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget. It wasn't it over junior prom?
Probably.
You couldn't go to junior prom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I didn't go to junior prom.
Yeah. And I receive a text saying, can we say the name and bleep it out?
Let's make up a name.
Okay.
Candy Cane.
Yeah, saying, okay, so I get a text after junior prom because Grant couldn't attend, and I get a text saying Candy cane fell. And with those words,
Not only did Candy Cane fall, and I say this all, I don't actually care anymore, okay?
Yeah.
And in the moment too, it wasn't that deep. It was just something silly. Actually, it was my entire world then, so it was that deep.
what?
Candy Cane dropped her stunt, walks to the front of the mat for jumps, and touches down, jumps to back. And if you're a level 5
I
cheerleader,
have no idea what that means.
a jump to back is like, when you see a toe touch, like, woo! A jump to back, you do a backflip after. So, like, toe touch and then a back tuck. It should be so easy if you're a level 5 cheerleader. Like, one of the easiest
She's
skills.
probably already nervous from falling. And
Well, clearly. And allegedly. And also, shout out my best friend, Sydney. Sydney dropped her stunt as well.
what?
Yes, you didn't know this?
No.
Her stunt and Candy Cane's stunt came crashing down, but our raw score or whatever was apparently like so high that if Candy Cane didn't touch down and jumps to back, we would have made it to finals day 2.
And you could have done better.
And day 2 you start with a clean slate again. It's not like they take that score first day
Damn,
2.
That
And
fucking sucks.
we didn't even make it to finals. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
every other competition we were like winning, coming top 3, top 5.
I remember that's why, like,
I was shook.
me, who knew nothing about all-star cheerleading, but Grant had told me about how successful they were. I went to a few of your competitions. When I got that text saying Candy Cane fell, Grant, I was so mad on your behalf. I was like, you know what? Fuck Candy Cane.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? Like, they were supposed to go all the way.
It's so true. All of our friends at school who had nothing
We
to
would
do
be like,
with cheer.
seriously? What the fuck happened with Candy Cane?
Yeah, like Liz, I remember, was
Yeah.
so invested too. Like, Candy Cane ruined my life in that moment.
Yeah.
And get this. So we all flew there on the same flight, like as a team, like, because I think whatever, we won a bid. So that's how that worked. She fled the scene.
Oh.
She knew exactly what happened and
She was
fled the
probably
scene.
humiliated.
She was not on the flight home.
Did she quit cheerleading after that?
The owner, one of our head coaches or whatever, said, "Don't come back to my gym."
Are you serious?
Okay, and as she should, she would. Candy Cane, I feel bad now. Of course, I don't care. Like, clearly she was going through
I don't
something.
think they should have made her quit.
It's just cheer, gymnastics, dance. Those sports are so harsh like that.
Yeah,
They
that's
are.
so. It was already such a bad moment in her life, though, and then to like put the chair on top, like that adult should feel ashamed of themselves.
Oh, she definitely doesn't. But that adult, that adult also.
It's giving Abby Lee Miller.
Yeah. Well, anyways, literally moments before we're going on, she's crying. Candy Cane is
The
crying.
pressure was just too much. it
Yeah, and I'm
seems.
like thinking like, damn, that's the worst thing that this whole team could see right now is like someone else
Why was
crying
she
because
crying?
everyone's supposed to be being hyped, like we got this,
She
like
was
let's
so
do this.
nervous.
We don't know.
Oh.
We don't know. But
Wait,
yeah, I think nerves.
What if there was something like crazy
I
happening on in
know,
her life?
I know. That's so true.
I hope Candy Cane, if
She has a baby, I think.
good for her.
Yeah.
Happy for her.
Candy Cane. But seriously, what you did was unforgivable. But I forgive you if something serious was going on. If not, if you were just nervous, I'm sorry. We had competed and performed this routine how many times before? How many times? And when we get set, I face her and I'm like, you got this, you got this. Like, she's still crying. Still just proceeds to like drop her stunt and everything. It's like if you know that that's going to happen before, honestly, before any performance, if you're like crying like that, or like very sad or like scared, like it brings the negativity. Like, you're gonna do bad if you believe you're gonna do
Of
bad.
course.
And I think she believed she was gonna do bad, and she did bad.
Damn.
And it sucks, but maybe she learned how to be more mentally tougher in performance in the future. Or
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
I'm
not even trying to like
I'm
hate.
team Candy Cane.
I'm team. She learned.
I'm team fuck that person in your gym that said that to her.
It's so crazy because a couple minutes before you were saying fuck Candy Cane.
What?
You were saying fuck Candy Cane.
Well, no, I'm saying like
What, in that moment?
In
high
that
school?
moment, I was like so mad on your behalf. But now, like looking a few years later, I'm like, damn, like the adults should not have treated her that way.
Like you get participation medals right when you walk off the floor. She ripped it out of Candy Cane's hand
No,
and
like,
said, "Don't ever come back to my
yeah,
gym."
that woman should be really embarrassed of herself. You're an adult. You're a fucking loser for that, actually.
I feel like
That pisses me off.
it's crazy because I feel like that's so like tame in that sport. Like that's like so normal and
Yeah,
all
but
star cheer, like
let's-
crazy shit like that.
These some adults who are involved in sports and like living vicariously through the athletes, I think are fucking losers. I really
I
do.
know it kind of.
I really do. It's Abby Lee Miller is a fucking loser. That person's a fucking loser. Like, these people need to take a step back and realize they're talking to children and relax. It's not the end of the world.
One of my coaches once came into practice once and sat us all down and told us how depressed he was. Meanwhile, listen, we are 13 to 16 years old here. He told us how depressed he was and how he had a shower at the Planet Fitness because he has no hot water. His elevator is broken in his building.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I'm like, this is terrible. But
You should
what
use
are we
children
supposed to
as your therapy
what are we
outlet.
supposed to do about this? Like, we have to go practice our stunts.
Yeah.
Are we gonna practice our stunts?
It sounds like it's a fairly unhealthy community.
It is, and also with fucking sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Like, I had a coach fucking sexually harass me and would like literally used to like put me in headlocks and stuff and like give me noogies.
Ew.
And then another coach finally saved the day and was like, "What are you doing?" Like, to the other coach, and the other coach like let go of me.
See, these people, like, not him, the one who was harassing you, these people are fucking losers.
N-
What are we
yeah,
gonna
he's
do
such a
about it?
loser. He also got fired a few weeks after that because turns out he was sending nudes to like a 14-year-old and he's like 30
Ew.
something. Yeah, it happens so much and people should
Yeah, like the show Cheer.
speak up so much more.
Damn.
Yeah, also though, like Cheer sets up opportunities for that shit to happen by like there's things called open teams where literally anyone from the age of like 12 and up can be on a team together. So I was on a team my freshman year of college as well, like an all-star cheer.
Remember that.
It was so fun, like, and everyone on that team is wonderful and great. But a 30-something-year-old could be lifting a 12-year-old in the air, touching their ass, like
Yeah,
doing
that's
all
a
like
lit-
just the
that's
nature of the sport.
strange.
And like I'm of course if it's I don't know, it's just like it's literally such an easy access point for sick people if they
Yeah.
wanted to.
Well, sick people that can flip. So you have to pass one barrier.
And there are sick people that can
flip.
flip, unfortunately. But yeah, after that I cheered in college
Yeah.
at Florida State University, and for whatever reason, cheer in the South is like masculine,
Well, George Bush cheered in Texas.
and he's the most masculine
He's
man
the most
no.
masculine alpha man I've ever seen.
Yeah, cheer in the South is like masculine. Like I was the only out gay boy when I joined freshman year.
The Florida State, because I was kind of like a Florida State cheer groupie.
Yeah,
for a time.
yeah.
Like I would
you
go to their
knew
parties.
everyone knew
Everyone
you.
knew me. We were like on a first name basis. And I was like, this is the straightest group of people I've ever met. And straight in the way, like, I mean, like, very traditional, like, views on, like, gender, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, Steve, our friend Steve, always talk about him. He cheered with me my second year. I got him to cheer. That's another thing too, like college cheer. Like I know so many people who just started in college because they thought it was cool to throw chicks.
Yeah, like, they were, like fraternity boys that would, like,
who would
join to throw the bitches around, you
yeah,
know?
like they thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
But Steve joined. He ended up being an F slur though, so it doesn't really count with him. But he started like that, and he texted me the other day. There was a camp every year that like we would go to like early in the season to train. I actually got out of it like every year for something.
Was it
like,
in Alabama?
yeah, it was like in Alabama usually, something like that. And apparently, again, I always would miss out on this, and no one ever decided to fill me in because I guess I wasn't a threat. But there'd be like a bro talk, they called it, where they
Ew.
would all sit down and be like these girls are our sisters. Like we protect them. Like we don't do anything more. We aren't creepy. Like these are our sisters.
Weren't some of them hooking up?
Yeah, here and there, but
Okay,
but
so
actually,
incest is allowed.
but Steve was saying like how it just like he felt like those conversations were always like so weird and like minimized the girls to like items or something. Or
Yeah.
I don't know how exactly he put it. But I was like, it was kind of true. I never viewed that. Like I viewed them genuinely as sisters, as my
Yeah.
girls. And I loved all of them.
Yeah, but there's something like and there's nothing wrong with feeling like protective, I guess, of your female friends, but there is something where you're like, yeah, I'm an alpha and you need saving. Like
yeah, like we
that's-
protect you guys. Like,
yeah.
yeah. It was strange. I always wondered like how weird it is to like be touching the girls in that kind of way as like a straight man, because you literally like fingers go up people's butts or vajayjays, goes in places you don't know. Like you're touching their hips 24/7, their butts 24/7, thighs, legs.
Yeah,
Like
it is a very intimate sport.
it is super intimate, and like it is like weird to think about like a straight people doing it. I don't know, but I remember for cheer, because we were collegiate cheerleaders, you also are like the face of the university as well. Like
Of
it's kind of a
course.
marketing thing, and we would do appearances before games, and so like on game day we'd go to like the president's box before the game starts, and you just interact with like fans or like these rich like
the rich donors, the booster club donors.
these are the rich donors. And every game there would always be a old white man and be like, oh, you picked the sport, didn't you? Like being around all these pretty women, like so gross. And I would be like, hell yeah. Like I wouldn't know what to do because like literally it's like I
So
didn't feel safe being like I'm actually gay, so
that's so
I'd just be like,
gross.
yeah, they're very pretty.
Even like forcing like these athletes, because that's what you guys were, to go and like rub elbows with these like rich donors is like so cringe
Yeah.
to me. It's like you're not making the football team go there before their like game to go
No.
grease some elbows and chat.
That was like half our job. Like, yeah, we stunted, tumbled, did all that stuff. But like we were also like marketing for
Can
the
you imagine
school.
me in a role like that? Like someone would have said one thing to me and I'm like, hey, can
No.
you shut the fuck up actually?
Yeah. Well,
I
I
have no patience.
I also would get in trouble for what I posted on social media because I'm a
yeah.
cheerleader and I represent Florida State and blah,
You're
blah,
a fucking cheerleader, not a U.S. congressman.
right?
That is so stupid.
No, but like literally like they acted like I was like the face of Florida State based on how they would like yell at me for my
Okay,
social
and I'm
media.
sorry, was our former president of Florida State University not a fucking creationist that didn't believe in evolution? That's the face of Florida State University.
Yeah, that literally is the face of Florida State. So also I'm so mad because like a year after I left, Ron DeSantis's wife came and like met all the cheerleaders.
Florida State University loved inviting the wives of problematic politicians to our school because I was in the English and foreign language department, so a lot of like art classes were in similar buildings to me. They invited Karen Pence, Mike Pence's wife, the one that he calls
Yeah.
mother like a fucking weirdo. They invited Karen to Florida State's campus, and she went in the art
Seriously.
building to talk about like art and psychology and for children, I believe, which is like, yeah, that's a great that's a great mission, but like get the fuck out of here, Karen. Like you're a fucking loser. You're in like the English department that like you want to ban these books. Are you for real
Yeah.
right now? Are you for real?
Also when like Turning Point USA or whatever the fuck would come to our school and be on like Landis Green.
Yes, oh my god, they
It's a-
would. One thing about college campuses is abortion, pro-abortion. Wait, Anti-abortion activists love to come and put disgusting images of like fetuses on your campus. They love to do that.
One of something so embarrassing.
What?
Do you remember when they came and I like went and protested by like playing Cupcake next to
Yeah.
them or something? I like remember texting like
Wait, we should explain though. Grant, there was like one of those preachers, like the ones you see on TikTok, that would come and basically say like every female's a whore and you're all going to hell and you're disgusting and you shouldn't have sex, all this stuff. And Grant had a speaker in his backpack and played the Cupcake song, My Neck, My back, lick my pussy and my crack, on full volume to like drown her out. And it was honestly like a really iconic moment.
Thank you. There's a video. We'll post it on our Instagram. But
Yeah.
it was so fun. And there was like a dance party. We're all like, yeah. And like that new this was like when Cardi B first launched. So like Bodak Yellow. Is that what it's called?
I am not familiar.
Wait, what is Bodak Yellow, y'all?
Isn't that something else?
It might be another song.
I don't know.
Whatever. But anyways, this is the embarrassing thing. I remember like texting like my cheer captain at the time because I was a freshman. And I was like, it would be such a great idea to bring our megaphones and do some cheers, like to drown out the noise.
Aw, I don't think that's embarrassing. That's kind of sweet. But he definitely was like, fuck no.
Yeah. Like, no, absolutely not. It took the FSU athletics department to say Black Lives Matter
Yeah,
for so long.
It probably took
Oh
them
my
so
God.
long.
There was a heated like Zoom call like during the pandemic and all that with all the athletes, and we were like, why won't you just say it? Like it was so crazy. And then after that call, they finally did. But I spoke at it and I was like, just fucking like, why don't you listen to your athletes who are all here speaking to you and like say it?
Yeah. I loved like the English department and like my professors. I loved all of them in the English department. I loved the Russian department as well. But like Florida State as a whole is like low key kind of fucking backwards.
They're just so
I mean,
concerned with their old money.
The old money, the booster money, and then also like the amount of money that's given to athletics rather than like education is crazy.
Oh my God,
and
yeah.
academics.
And the amount of money that cheer gets,
yeah,
zero.
diddly squat.
Cheer it's not recognized as a sport by the NCAA, which is so stupid at this point. But also I think varsity as a whole, like that company is one, a monopoly, and two, bars any other organization from like getting themselves even involved with cheer. So I feel like varsity doesn't even want like NCAA to
So
like
dumb.
acquire cheer or anything. But because of that, FSU and a lot of other athletic departments across the country don't technically view or give cheer
Like you
as
couldn't
many
have gotten an athletic
resources.
scholarship, right?
No.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
No scholarship. And if there is ever a scholarship in the future, it would come from like boosters
Personal
or people
money.
who like donated
But
to
the fact
cheer.
like you were waking up at 5 a.m. to go training and conditioning, go
Oh
take a
my
fucking
God.
ice bath.
Yeah,
You
my
have to go to
schedule
sports
was
psychology,
crazy.
like, and that's not a sport.
Yeah, they were nice enough to like give us some, like we had a trainer, which was really nice, and we would have weight room, but of course we would like have last pick for like the times for the weight room and stuff. So it was like 6 a.m. or something like crazy. But yeah, and we had like I remember something weird that we didn't have was like tutoring, but every other like athlete could have access to it, I think.
Yeah.
It was just weird little things like that. Also, like, oh, this would piss me off. Anytime Seminoles, like the Instagram account, which is our athletics, like social media account, would post like International Women's Day, they would post a montage of like all the sports and not show cheer.
What?
Yeah. And so I would always like call them out for it. Another thing is like I would stand up for cheer so many times and they wouldn't like listen to me. Even my coach like sometimes wouldn't listen to me. So I would just blast them on social media and make a whole scene and then they would listen to me.
It's
Like it was
insane.
crazy. COVID testing. Every other athlete had private testing like at this one facility. all of cheer and Golden Girls, our dance team, had to be tested with everyone else, like, and wait in line and like pay for ourselves for our own COVID testing. Every other athlete had their testing paid for, yet we were required to be at every game still in front of fans cheering and whatnot. And this is like in the heat of COVID.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. So that was like another thing. It was just shit like that. Like we were always forgotten, or like, oh, it's just cheer. Meanwhile, they won national champions this year. So give it up for that, like, period. And I hope, I think FSU, I think, is looking at them a bit more serious now because of some changes.
All right, well,
but
FSU's going down a fucking horrible path with
Florida.
with what's happening in the state of Florida and Ron DeSantis' grip on public education, and it's actually horrifying.
And his grip on
So,
pussies.
I don't know if he has ever touched a pussy in
He
his life.
hasn't, but metaphorically, he
Yeah.
thinks he has a grip on pussies
Yeah,
too.
he does. He's disgusting. So if any of y'all listening vote in the state of Florida, seriously tell your fucking parents and your grandparents and your aunt and your uncle and anyone else to shut the fuck up with voting for Ron DeSantis and get fucking real. Touch some grass.
Get real for real.
Like,
Shut the
no,
fuck
it's pissing
up.
me off. It's pissing me off.
It actually is. And they think it's like funny. People who vote for him like think it's funny.
Ron DeSantis literally, look at his sausage fingers. They're disgusting. That man eats so much sodium. It's horrifying. And you want him to be president with those sodium sausage fingers?
And
Get real.
You know what else is karmic?
What?
People's-
Sausage fingers?
People's height.
He's short, huh?
He is, I think.
He looks like
It's like
not right.
he looks
like
nubby.
He looks like SpongeBob when he gets that like he doesn't have the holes anymore, and he's like that.
No,
like,
it's normal SpongeBob.
normal.
It's like, I'm
He looks like normal
Ew.
SpongeBob.
Ew, 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 ew. Anyways,
Yeah.
are we done talking about sports?
Yeah, I don't really
What?
have. I never really played sports, guys. Like I never really. After I played field hockey in 7th grade, and then I quit because I had scoliosis, and there's a fucking crazy picture of me playing field hockey, and like
we'll
I was like,
post it.
and I saw a picture of me playing field hockey. It's like,
You said, wait a minute.
that is not something I need to participate in from this moment forward.
Right.
And then I also, if I'm being honest, I lost my field hockey
Virginity.
goggles at one point and
Isn't there a
stole.
skin-
Yeah, and I stole one of my teammates' glasses because I don't know why. At the age of 12 or 13, the most horrifying thing I could have ever done was to admit to an authority figure that I
course.
fucked up and lost these goggles.
So you revert to robbery.
So instead of facing up to I had like a fear of authority, unlike you. So like
Yeah.
instead of confessing that I lost my goggles, I decided to steal my teammate's goggles because she had similar initials to mine.
Didn't something like crazy happen? Like, didn't she get in trouble?
I don't even like that.
Nothing came out of it?
I think maybe she couldn't play for a game. Yeah. But I felt so guilty about it. The next day I faked sick. I was like, Mom, I can't go to school. I'm so sick. Because I just felt so guilty. I was like, I'm going to hell. And I'm not even religious.
You're not,
but I was
you
like, this is so bad. This is making me believe in a higher power. And they're going to punish me.
Yeah, you're going to become bald.
It was like the worst. That's the only time I've ever stolen something. And it like ruined my life. All of 7th grade, all I thought about was like, I'm literally the worst person in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I stopped playing sports.
You couldn't have gotten her new ones
The thought didn't cross
in
my
7th
mind.
grade, yeah.
But then
Also, you don't have money in 7th grade. Like, you
I'd have to tell
ask
my
your
parents,
and
which
that's
they
the
would
whole
have been like,
thing.
yeah, okay, we'll buy you new goggles.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I quit. I didn't play any sports in high school, but I did senior year. I decided it was my duty to kind of dictate the fan section at football games.
What was the roll called? Every
It's like super fan.
every grade or whatever had like
these super fans.
Yeah,
And it would be
so
like you would pick
weird.
like the theme of the football game. So we'd be like, okay, everyone has to wear red, or everyone has to wear like jungle safari outfits. But I was like, I couldn't even tell you the rules to football, Grant. I literally could not tell you the rules.
She just wanted to coordinate.
But I just wanted to plan my whole outfit to get really cute outfits and like do my makeup and like be like I just wanted to like literally plan my outfit. So I was like, yes, I love football. I'm a super fan. And I was literally in the yearbook, I got the superlative for most spirited. I didn't do shit.
You just wanted like,
I just wanted to wear cute outfits.
and then make everyone else like.
And I did like
like the
having
power.
authority and having power and being like, if you don't wear white
You
tonight,
can't sit in the stands in the section.
Oh, you know what? So, can I just say something though?
Yeah.
So we were the super fans. It was me, our friend Jordan, Chris, and Nick. The four of us were like these super fans, right?
There'd always have. Also, another reason so you can be front row.
Oh yeah, it was front row. I just wanted attention, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And I'm admitting it now. And so as super fans, I guess I didn't realize that means you have to be a super fan for like all sports.
Wait,
Like
really?
they wanted us to go to like
The
all
field hockey, lacrosse.
there's a scandal here. They wanted us to go to all like the senior nights. So we did.
Oh.
We went to like the soccer games. I went to the gymnastics senior night, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's fun.
But we did not go to field hockey senior night. We didn't. I was like, oh.
Give us a break.
I was like, I'm swamped. I'm literally at a new sporting event every other day, and I tricked myself into it because of the outfits, and now I have to fucking watch 2 periods of, I don't know if it's a period, 2
quarters.
semesters of soccer.
Hell
and
no.
So I was like, okay, like if there's one I could skip, the field hockey players don't care.
Yeah.
Grant, they were fuming. I got like actual hate. They posted in the Facebook group for like the fans or whatever. Like,
Oh, I remember this, I think.
they posted like, so sad. I think they posted like the empty bleachers, and they were
And we're like,
yes,
seriously?
we have such great super fans, don't we? I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I've literally been called the fuck out. But we doubled down. We're like, sorry. Like, I just like couldn't care
No.
less. And I feel bad. They wanted fans. They worked hard at their sport. But
Well, I'm sorry you picked that sport, and you know damn well, even professionally, there can't be, those stands are not filled.
like, you
I'm
really
sorry.
think 300 people are gonna come and I'm gonna?
You
No.
think the stands were filled at my gymnastics meets, my men's
No.
gymnastics meets? No.
So my only really foray into sports in teenage and adult life was just telling people what to wear in the fan sections.
Yep.
Y'all, I went to Florida State University, big football school. I think I went to 3 games and I left one halfway through.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less.
Remember they have a clear bag policy. You threw out you threw your purse into a bush, and we're like, it'll probably be there after, and it wasn't.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, that's sports for you.
Guys, I don't care about sports, but I love the Olympics.
Announcements for the good of the group.
Hey,
Announcements
announcements,
for the good of the
hey.
group. Announcements for the good.
For the good of the who?
For the good of the group.
Hey!
Woo! That's my thighs slapping.
That was good.
This is announcements for the good of the group, where we share our announcements for the good of the group. Do you go first?
I have to tell you something.
Okay. You're gay.
I have recently gotten into Wattpad and fan fiction. What?
Are you writing it?
I'm not writing it, but I'm exploring some ideas to write on Wattpad.
I'm scared. I actually am scared right now for like.
I love Wattpad. Like, I think it's so fun.
Do you get wet?
No, it's not like that. I just
Oh.
love hearing like people's interpretations of new stories and like.
Okay.
But I discovered some fan fiction today that was a little weird.
What was it?
So, when I was like younger, the only fan fiction I ever read was Draco and Hermione from Harry Potter, and then I dabbled in One Direction, being bought by One Direction fan fiction, where your parents sell you to One Direction, and it's like it's a fan fiction genre.
Oh, okay.
Like you wake up one day and you've
and
been sold
you've
to
been
One Direction.
sold to One Direction.
It's a specific genre.
Okay.
So today I was like, damn, there's so much fan fiction out there. So I decided to type in one of my favorite movies and see what the fan fiction was. Grant, let me tell you about Ratsamore, the Ratatouille fan fiction I found.
What is Ratsamore?
Like, that's amore. But Ratsamore.
What's that's amore?
That's like a song.
Amore means love in Italian.
Yeah,
so maybe
it's like a
Oh.
Frank Sinatra song.
Who is he falling in love with?
Sophia.
man?
Sophia, a new rat. No, it's a new rat.
Oh,
They
I
introduce a
was-
new character. Can I just read you like a passage?
Yeah.
Chapter 3, Meeting Again. As Remy fell into the kitchen, Sophia tried reaching him, but she couldn't. She watched him fall.
Wait, pause. You read all the way up to chapter 3?
I've been skimming it.
I'm sure.
yeah.
Okay, continue.
She watched him fall, but then lost him. Her rage came up as she started punching the glass. Finally, she had met another rat who was like her. She could see it in his eyes. They weren't filled with survival, but with ideas. And now she had lost him. She wiped away a tear she didn't know had fallen and walked off to the roof. Her first friend. Gone. She finally reached the bottom of the building. Another tear slipped from her eye as she jumped down into the sewers. Holy shit, right?
Well, I'm just picturing the rats outside of our apartment. They don't speak like that.
Oh, well,
They
I
don't
just
speak
like
that eloquently.
loved this like
Wow.
Remy Sophia love story. I was like actually getting pretty engrossed, but the worst part is like there's so many spelling errors. I'm like, fuck, like a fucking 12-year-old definitely
Wait,
wrote
really?
this.
It sounds so well written.
I was reading it,
Are you
correcting
kidding?
her
You
spelling
seriously?
errors.
Well, if she learned how to spell, she could have a career
No, like-
being a novelist.
Obsessed with Ratatouille fan fiction. I wish there was more of it. That's really the only
Can you
popular
please
one.
look up gay cars fan fiction? You don't have to now,
No, but I will.
but maybe for next time, or just maybe send it to me. That's all.
Yeah, there's definitely some Lightning McQueen.
And but I don't want Mater and Lightning. I want Lightning and Doc.
Okay,
So just if you find it, just send it to me.
I will.
Anyways, my announcement for the good of the group is hot.
I already found it. It's Mater, but I'll find more.
Okay, yeah, please. Hot, or write it.
Yeah.
Hot people have scandals. And it's because people are so jealous of how hot you are. You're always going to have someone coming for you.
I disagree completely.
Seriously?
You can continue, but I disagree.
Why?
I think hot people have scandals because they think that they can get away with more because they're used to people being more accommodating to them because they're attractive.
No. Okay, well, what if I'm being self-referential?
What do you mean by that?
What if I'm the hot person in question with a scandal?
I know you are. Well, I don't think you think you're getting away with more, but I think generally hot people think that they can get away with more because they're hot, and we need to debunk
also,
that.
but okay, maybe I don't mean it like that then, because remember the other day you said people try to knock you down as you climb the ladder or whatever. What was it you said?
Well, the higher you climb the ladder, the more enemies you're gonna make.
That's how I feel right now in my
Yeah,
life.
I don't know if it necessarily has to do with hotness, though.
Well, I just used hot people as a metaphor
Okay.
for that kind of thing. I just think if you're doing really well and like succeeding, and maybe someone who's similar or in the same field as you isn't, or is jealous of what's going on for you, I really think you shouldn't assume that that person might not do something to like try and ruin you.
People
like,
are cutthroat.
I do, even though it might not seem like it, I do kind of think people all have good intentions, but I also think people don't. That was
Okay.
beautiful. I mean, I'm just saying, watch your back. Similar to what I said before. Snakes in the grass. and we are mowing the lawn.
You're dealing with like this scandal, like this, I don't even know the details, but you're dealing with people stabbing your back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at home reading Ratatouille fan fiction.
And that's where we are right
That's
now.
the difference
like,
between you and me.
literally.
I'm reading Ratsamore and I'm like eating it up every second.
All right. Well, we have an announcement from a fan. His name's Alex. Let's see where he is in life right now.
Yeah. Maybe he has fan fiction to
I
recommend.
just moved to a big city. How do you make friends? I just moved here after graduating in May. And I don't know. It's just hard. I feel so alone. I miss my friends
Babe.
from school. Yeah.
Babe.
How do you make friends?
Oh,
Alex, first of all, you sound so cute.
Yeah, you do. You sound so nice.
That's so hard.
I actually couldn't imagine like moving to a whole new city without like knowing people.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I really
first of all,
respect
like,
people. Yay,
That's
Alex.
a huge
You're
thing,
so brave.
period.
That's so hard, and I actually like can't imagine that. But I guess my recommendation would be to find some sort of like activity
Yep.
that would surround you with people. Like maybe if you play sports, join like a local intramural
Yes,
sports.
yes.
Going with the theme of the episode, I guess. You know?
Hey.
Or if you like to cook, go to a cooking class. If you like to go to the gym, like go to the gym. Find something that you genuinely enjoy and then try to build a community around that.
Yeah, I was going to say, Alex, first of all, we both are dealing with the same thing. We've been here for a year and a half. Like, we're meeting people,
Yeah.
whatever, but I don't think we have,
don't
like,
have that
brand
many.
new core group of friends
No, we
other than
don't
people
have
we know
that
from
many
home and
friends.
stuff. It's like it is hard, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about that, especially after school. After school is so hard.
And just generally, like making friends as an adult is kind of hard.
But I agree with Ashley. I joined an adult gymnastics class that I try to go to weekly, but I have not gone in so long just because of my schedule. But like, yeah, finding friends with common interests, like literally joining a sports team or something if you're into that, or any sort of activity. And just the hardest part is like going for the first time.
Yeah.
But all these other people are also in the same boat as you. Also, all these other people in the city are on their own too.
Everyone's on your own. And when you're in a city, it feels more amplified, I think, when
Because
you're
there's
alone.
so many people
But
everywhere.
when you do meet people, also like be very proactive in like putting effort into the friendship. Like text them often asking to hang out and try to meet their friends and just try to like immerse yourselves with new groups of people as much as you can, and you're gonna meet your new best friend.
Yeah, you do a lot of that.
What?
All that. You do all of that.
No, I don't. I
If
sit in
you-
my bed and read Ratatouille fan fiction.
If you can't do it, teach it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So that's what we're
Yeah.
doing right now.
I should take that advice, but instead I rot in my bed reading Ratsamore
That's
and
getting it
watching
on.
Red, White, and Royal Blue for the 7th time.
Yup. Well, if you have an
Good luck, Alex.
If you have an announcement for the good of the group, you can send them to our Instagram, a voice memo, if you will. That's what we
Hey.
prefer.
And if you're lucky, we might
We
just
might-
read it on the pod.
We might just read it on the pod. All right. Well, it was so nice meeting you guys and so fun. What sports did you play? Let us know on Instagram or TikTok or wherever the fuck you
Unless
watched
you
this
played
or-
lacrosse. Do not tell us if you played lacrosse.
Nope. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.